What's up, everybody? Welcome to our channel. We're offended, you're offended. I'm Kim. This is Tyler, and it is Friday. Yay, end of week.
Yeah, it's Friday.
Yeah,
All right, BC. So BC has decided to suspend surgeries and any tests because there's 4,000 healthcare workers are going to be fired. So
4,000.
welcome 4,000 healthcare workers.
Oh my God.
So welcome to the shit show that is Canada.
Hope everyone's got their popcorn. Pull up a fucking seat and enjoy the show.
Yeah. So welcome. Welcome. You could check us out on we're on Facebook on shitty Facebook. Fucking Facebook. On Rumble, we're on Spotify, Anchor, I guess wait, did I say YouTube? Yeah, whatever. I don't even
I
care
don't
if we're
think
on you.
so.
Okay, good. As I don't care. But so yeah, we're around. Um oh, leave a like, share, hit the subscribe button. Don't hit the bell because that's fucking annoying. Don't hit the bell. I hate
Hit
it.
it. Hit the bell. Hit it.
No, I hate it. No, don't. If any, don't hit it. It's the dumbest idea. Yeah, because I want more notifications on my phone. I love it. And then I don't get notifications for things that I actually do want. Thanks. Yeah.
Yeah, I guess
Stupid.
it's a true story, right?
All right. Let's dig into this. So yeah. Surgeries are being postponed and access to diagnostic tests at hospital clinics in BC is being reduced because of the loss of healthcare workers who have not been vaccinated. More than 4,000 healthcare workers in BC who have not received at least one dose of vaccine were placed on unpaid leave on Tuesday. They will have until November 15 to get their first dose or they will be fired. In the meantime, the Minister of Health, Adrian Dix,
What a dick.
how many do you think he takes? Said health authorities have been working on plans to fill those vaccines. Okay, so they said that the Vancouver and such as Fraser. Oh, like what, the Fraser Valley, I'm assuming, in Vancouver. So yeah, probably like Vancouver. Well, I guess they don't say the Okanagan, so Vernon, get fucked. Kelowna, get fucked. all those little
Oh,
little towns,
oh,
all the way.
Is Kelowna the town that I really like? The one right by the water there?
Yeah.
Ow.
Okay, so yeah, so there's already having shortages. There's more people that are going to be yeah, more things are going to be put on the back burner. And okay, so this is the problem that I have. If this was about health, you know, like about the, and I mean like the real nurses, like the nurses that are in there, just head down, getting the work done, just doing what they got to do to, just to deal with this. Not those nurses, yeah, those are heroes. The people doing the work. Not the ones that are doing the stupid fucking TikTok videos and the ones that were protesting, like those ones. Yeah, okay. hmm Those are the real heroes. Trust me. Okay, and another one that's starting to really grind my gears. Teachers. Teachers are really starting to grind my fucking gears.
Are they?
Cool.
It's
Cool.
funny you say
Cool.
grind my gears because that's what I always say. And all day long today, for whatever reason, all I kept thinking about was the other day when you said chat my ass. Yeah, I had a giggle about that.
Just say chat my ass or chat my buns. Chat my
Chat my ass.
chat my cheeks. Whatever.
Maybe. Anyway,
Okay,
so
so
why are the teachers chapping your cheeks?
well, okay, so we do have a story that's going to be coming up in a little bit about them banning books. Like Fahrenheit 451. The whole like book burning and all that stuff. And
No.
Oh, yeah, 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 yeah. But
Okay.
so what?
No, I was like, "Okay, I need to stop because we're getting into that and we're not gonna jump ahead. We're gonna stay on this article, damn it.
Yeah.
Carry on,
No,
my wayward
that's
son."
yeah. But so, yeah, I'm trying to understand, like, our healthcare system is already strained enough as it is. A lot of these nurses have had COVID and have recovered from it. So this is why I've the thing that I kinda harp on is I thought it was about health. Like, if it was about health, you don't have to get a vaccine for chicken pox, right? Like, if you've had chicken pox, you do not need to get a vaccine for it, nor is it mandated.
Hey, that's
And
a true
again,
story.
I'll reiterate the point. People keep saying, "Oh, the polio vaccine." Okay, well, who did we vaccinate? How long was it in development for? A long time, decades, literally decades. And unfortunately or fortunately, you will never know long-term symptoms of anything, of any. I'm just in general. You don't know the long. People didn't know the long-term symptoms of smoking. Period. Until that time came.
Oh, yeah, no, it was, like, wildly pushed, like, children were doing it, everything, like, it was in
You
magazines, it was some glamour, like, the elites,
you
you know?
it, it was recommended by doctors.
What?
You yeah, look it up. Look it up by I don't say crazy without having some type of information on that. Unless I make a unless I specifically say I'm assuming or this is my opinion or I don't know, but something like that. Unless I say I do not have the direct information in front of me, but I'm not a total moron, so I can make inferences. But yeah, if you look up doctors recommend recommend smoking. Doctors recommend smoking? Yeah. It's hard to believe that there was a time that doctors recommended smoking.
I'm on it.
26,000 doctors recommended smoking was a common Lucky Strike cigarette ad that blanketed all forms of media. Uh, here I'll
No, I'm looking at one right now in the 40s.
oh, okay. In a large scale 7-year study, researchers found no correlation between daily low dose aspirin, reduced heart attack, stroke, blah, blah, blah. Wait, what the fuck? Cigarettes are not the only example of this. Baby aspirin is another. Does one a day keep the doctor away? No, just the opposite. Maybe you used to take an aspirin a day to keep your
Husband
stop with
away.
blood clots.
Yeah, yeah.
So yeah, in a large scale 7-year study, researchers found no correlation between daily low dose aspirin and reduced heart attack, stroke, or dementia, as it has been touted for years to do. In fact, what they find was that daily aspirin intake was associated with increased risk of major bleeding, cancer, and death. Holy, like that's even because I remember hearing that. The reality is that with the introduction of low fat diets came oh, okay. What about lowering your cholesterol? Okay, well now that's the thing. Yeah, low fat diets, and obesity, heart disease, and diabetes. When you reduce or remove the content of fat, which is an essential component of our diet, food manufacturers added sugar, artificial flavors, and fillers. Uh
Yes,
huh.
sir.
The hype on cholesterol is extremely concerning. Okay, beliefs versus truth. So many of the beliefs that people base their habits and opinions on are found later to be false. That's why I think. Why don't we just eat like normal food? Just eat normal food.
What's that?
Okay, but anyways, so yeah, yeah. Doctors used to recommend smoking. So
That's
and
crazy. I mean, I knew it was everywhere, like in magazines and shit like that. I didn't realize doctors actually recommended it. That is insane.
yeah. So okay. So back to the BC. Kind of cutting off their nose. Wait, how's that expression go? cutting off their penis to spite their uh
Oh god.
self-loathing.
Yeah, that sounds about right. I think I've heard that, like, never. Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, some kidney patients in Grand Forks are being sent more than 100 kilometer away for a dialysis. The provincial health officer, blah blah blah. So yeah. So Dix mhm, is hoping those put on unpaid leave will become vaccinated soon. He said close to 1,500 healthcare workers got their first dose of vaccine in the week leading up to Tuesday's deadline. Can you, you
I'm
know,
sorry, but that sounds like a real dick move. Eh.
Dix? It's a real Dix move.
Yeah.
But
Oh,
isn't that crazy? When you yeah, you know what that is called? Sorry, uh, Adrian Dix. That's
coercion.
called coercion.
Yep.
You know that? You remember that whole thing Canada signed on to in the fucking 60s?
Oh, you mean the thing that they just tossed out the window as soon as COVID hit? Yeah, I know that.
Oh, do I need to look it up again? Nuremberg Code. Do I need to look this up again? It's like we've just thrown it away. Oh, sorry. 1947. Oh. Oh. So this has been on the books for 60 years?
Holy shit. Well, yeah, but then COVID hits
Um,
those out the window. Can't do that.
and speaking of things going out the window, I seen a post because all our glorious leaders are off to Europe, to beautiful Italy for the G20 summits. Oh,
Are you serious?
the G20 summits where the leaders fly in their own private jets, where they get to
Circle
rub
jerk?
elbows.
See whose dick's
Um,
bigger? Yeah.
but there's women, so yeah, probably.
I was gonna say, like, dude, I got a big dick, so
So it's just okay. So this is what blew my mind. All right, we're already off the rails.
it's Friday.
So Will Wheaton. You know who Will Wheaton is, right?
I do know who Will Wheaton is.
Yeah. So that ding dong,
Oh, no, is he a ding dong? Where's Sheldon when you need him?
he's a ding dong. He's a
Oh,
fucking ding
no.
dong.
Not
So
you,
there's
Will
a
Wheaton.
photo. Oh yeah, no, he's a ultra leftist type guy. So I seen the post was Joe and Jill, Joe Biden, the guy that everyone actually okay, hold on here.
You mean the big guy?
Look up simp symptoms of dementia. Okay, so hold on. Okay, everyone, I understand. I understand. Okay, symptoms of dementia.
Would you like the 10 warning signs? Memory loss that it can affect day-to-day abilities, difficulty performing familiar tasks, problem with language, disorientation in time and space, impaired judgment, problem with abstract thinking, misplacing things. Oh, hold on, I'm only up to number 7. Uh, changes in mood and behavior, changes in personality, and loss of initiative. I made it sound like there was another word coming up, but there's not. Just loss of initiative.
Okay, yeah. So your ability to actually do things like
Yeah,
you have to be like told. Okay. So one thing I was seeing.
that was brought to you by Alzheimer's Society of Canada.
So this is from I can't wait to uh there were some people that were making the
I need to hear what's going on with Will Wheaton.
oh fuck. Okay, here, pause it. Jesus.
And we're back.
Okay, sorry. So there was a photo, Joe Biden clenching his fists. Like he couldn't. he couldn't release them. Like you
Was he
see him like
super angry or
no, he was just standing there.
huh, interesting.
So you want to look up the sorry, probably look up the symptoms of vascular dementia. Vascular dementia is progressive disease that has no cure, but the rate at which the disease,
The
blah
7
blah.
symptoms are normal behavior, but forgetfulness. Oh, hold on. Having an issue here. Part of it got cut off on me. 1 moment.
But
Okay.
so, oh,
Yeah.
okay, you got it.
Yeah, yeah. Okay, so normal behavior, early stages of dementia, no symptoms. Forgetfulness, mild decline. As the progression of dementia worsens, you may notice some subtle changes and signs that something isn't quite right. The stage can last up to 7 years. Moderate decline. Uh, difficulty to manage money, pay bills. Moderate. Okay, this is never mind. This is it's showing like 7 warning symptoms, but it's all just like mild decline,
Yeah,
moderate to severe, like it's blah blah blah.
yeah, no. So there's a lot of questions that is a symptom of vascular dementia because he was standing there. His hands were locked. You can see like his thumbs kind of move, but his like he stands there like Beavis. But so okay, so yeah, so they're off the G20 summits. The climate agreements. Everyone's flying there. And what?
I found it the actual warning symptoms of the vascular dementia: confusion, trouble paying attention and concentrating, reduced ability to organize thoughts and actions, decline in the ability to analyze the situation, develop an effective plan and communicate the plan to others, slower thinking, difficulty organizing, difficulty deciding what to do next, problems with memory, restlessness and agitation, unsteady gait, sudden and frequent urge to urinate or inability to control passing urine. I'm sorry. I'm not laughing at the fact of anybody else doing it. I was literally just picturing JB standing there peeing himself. Sorry. And depression. Yeah. Uh,
Well, you'll see sometimes like when he gets mad, it seems as though like it's someone in like a rage. It's like he's trying to say something and it's like he can't. Like he has the words, but he can't get them out. And like I'm not trying to poke fun. I'm not honestly I'm not trying to do that. What I'm saying is this guy is old. Like you're
dinosaur.
80. Like, he's an old guy. He's not like you see him in older interviews. He is like he's sharp, he's witty. He's not, I don't think there's a single thing any policy that he's pushed for that I agree with, but he could argue points. Now he's just, well, I'm not, well, like he was saying, I remember him saying like the Pledge of Allegiance. And he was like, the thing, I um
That thing.
whatever. You know, like it's stuff like that, like, oh, whatever. Oh, the thing. Fuck sakes, hold on. Fuck. I don't remember what the fuck I was saying. But oh, okay. So, anyways, like I'm not trying to poke fun. I'm not trying to be rude, but it's like yeah, like he's not as sharp and I don't know, like, hey, dude, you've been in politics for how many fucking years? You've made more money than a lot of people will ever see, which I find really unusual for a politician. Someone that makes 160,000 somehow is a multi millionaire. Hey, you know what? Good investment. Good for him. Good investments.
With
But so,
Russia.
hey, China.
What? Sorry, I sneezed. Russia.
No, it was China. China, uh, Ukraine.
Oh, it was
There's quite
Ukraine.
a few.
That's right. Whatever. Russia, Ukraine. Same shit half the time.
Oh, is it?
No.
Okay, so anyways,
Sorry.
so so Will Wheaton was saying like, I'm do a good job. We're so happy like that we have someone that will represent us well. I'm like, are we on the same are we watching the same stuff? Let's see. Will Wheaton uh I'm gonna see if I can find it. I seen it because a friend of well, I don't even know if it's um oh yeah, look up Will Wheaton. Just look him up.
Well, I'm looking up his pictures right
But so yeah, anyways, so he uh so yeah, he showed his whatever his support. And I was looking at the comments and it was such like I seen the comments where I'm sure like any politician that they're like, well, yeah, good. Go there and, take a 3-year vacation, please. Like, like that type of stuff. And then but Will Wheaton, see if I can it took everything in me not to comment like, oh yeah, like all the people that bombed and killed, but whatever. What do I know? If he's not sniffing kids, he's killing them. So call me old fashioned, but not a big fan of so but anyway, so yeah, I was just seeing the comments of people like, "Oh, it's so nice to have someone that can bring back normalcy." Normalcy. Normalcy. Really? That seems so unusual with the record spending and whatever. Anyways, it just seems so unusual to me. I'm just like I'm taking a serious like and oddly enough, the person that I know that commented said I 100% agree. Those like
now. Ugh.
those like shitty plays, as far as I know. Like I'm not trying to be rude, but it's not like they're like some like famous Broadway actor. They're just yeah. So let's see if I could I want to find this freaking comment. I want to find the comment. God damn it! I should have taken a picture of it. So anyways, all right. So yeah, our hospitals are taking the righteous course of kicking out nurses that have for the past year and a half have decided to stick it out, try to do the best job that they can, and despite everything kind of falling around them. But
Right?
yeah,
Like, literally, all this shit that would directly affect them. They put their lives on the line every single day to help everybody. And this is the kind of thanks that they're getting. Just do this or you have no job. That's really
yeah,
nice. That's so nice. So nice.
yeah, and I just yeah, I don't know. That's like when this is why I say like I thought this was about health, like not letting our healthcare system fall apart. You see articles about hospitals are overwhelmed. Oh, we're worried about cases spiking. We're worried about all this stuff.
I don't
But
even wanna hear anything about that. To be
but
honest, like, if all these nurses and everything get fired, I don't even wanna I nobody has the right to say shit. If they start
oh
talking
no,
about, like, hospitals being overrun, yeah, you did it to yourself. But of course, no, everyone has to play the blame game. They'll be like, "Oh, no, 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 they didn't do it. If they would have just rolled up their sleeve and got the shot, this is their fault." No. No. You did this.
yeah,
You.
it's just so unusual, so unusual to see. Oh boy, I'm looking at more stuff of Will Wheaton. Ooh, 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 ooh.
Oh, yeah?
Ay, ay, ay. Yeah. So either he's a troll and just likes to piss people off, or yeah, he's just a
Well, like what? Like share. I'm I wanna hear
no,
more. Bill Wheaton.
I have to confirm all this stuff, but yeah, looking at him, yeah, he looks like a leftist type person, and it's just ironic to see people saying like honestly, it blows my mind. Like I try to understand, and I try to understand differing point of views. I try to. I'm not saying I'm good at it, but I try. Like if there's a genuine back and forth, like if I ask the question, well, why do you support Joe Biden? Like, what policies has he done that you support? Just like if people ask, well, why do you not like Justin Trudeau? Because I'm not a fan of social justice issues. I'm not a fan of segregating people. I'm not a fan of corruption. I'm not a fan of identity politics. I'm not okay with instituting things where people are scored on a scale of how oppressed they are. I'm not a fan of that. I'm not a fan of our government giving millions, hundreds of millions of dollars to China. I'm not a fan of it. You want some
No?
more? Here, I can keep going. I'm not a fan of sending money to dictators. Just in general, I'm not a fan of it. Unfortunately, I like as maybe as callous as it may be. Well, but that money doesn't get to the people that actually need it.
No.
I'm not a fan of our our infrastructure falling apart. I'm not a fan of policies that actively inhibit Canada to be able to defend for itself, where it is solely reliant on other countries in order for it to exist. I'm not a fan of that. The main reason why I'm not a fan of it is because, and I've brought this up before, I would be a fan of a utopia where we all have endless amounts of resources, where the world is all our poverty is dealt with, where there are no sick kids, there are no sick people, people aren't dying in genocides. Unfortunately, that's not the world that we live in. I have to be a realist. I have to look at the world as it is, not as I want it to be. We have two competing ideologies: capitalism and authoritarianism. No, hold on, and communism.
Can't forget about that one.
I was going to say authoritarianism and individualism, but the two major ones: capitalism, where you are judged on how much work you can, what value you add, or what value your life adds. I think those are two very separate ideas. What are you able to do for yourself and in turn your community? Or what can your body do for the government where you are expendable?
Yeah.
So, yeah, if resources were not a problem, if like I said, I understand that there are other countries that do not share the same ideologies. They're diametrically opposed. One is individual, one is collective. You know what? Maybe that's a bit better way to put it. Individualism versus collectivism. So I understand that. So I'm not a fan of countries that are literally committing genocides, which are forcing, countries that are forcing children to live in poverty so that you get your new iPhone next year. So that you have your new fancy car that has more computers in it than you would know you don't even know what you're looking at anymore. So unfortunately, yeah. But I'll say people like Will Wheaton, whether he's just trolling, maybe he's just having a goof, which okay, that's cool. But the people that genuinely think that people are inherently racist, the system is racist, all that same type of crap. I don't think so. I don't think playing how many victim boxes do I check off so that I'm higher up the totem pole. Instead of it being a meritocracy, it's a victimocracy. I just made that word up. I just made it up.
I like it. We should start our own
so,
dictionary. I make up a lot of words.
so yeah, as much as I would love it to be, as much as I would absolutely love it to be, and and to be fair, I'm not a fan of the stuff Otoole is pushing. I'm not a fan of it. I'm not a fan of the flip flopping. Actually, you know what? Since I brought that up, so this was from CTV News. Otoole says caucus will both respect and challenge House vaccine policies. So I was watching CPAC today because that's what I like to do. I like to watch politicians talk about nothing. Literally talk about nothing. They say so much to say nothing at all. God.
That sounds really exhilarating.
Oh,
I'm really jealous I
you know.
wasn't watching it with you.
Uh, I suffer so you don't have to.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
I don't watch all of it. The stuff with Teresa Tam, can't do it. I can't do it after the whole wrong thing, after the,
Ugh.
vaccine like remember when they were saying, "Hey, the vaccines are going to solve all our problems. Once you get the vaccine, everything will be okay." Like, how much carrot and stick do you need here?
But it's not I think that's just what makes me so angry about it, or just like, I don't know if angry is the right word, confused maybe, but it's like I mentioned previously, the coronavirus is not smallpox or polio. It's not something that can be eradicated with a vaccine. It's something that can help be managed and hopefully not as severe, but it's never going to go away. Like, everybody keeps talking like, you take this vaccine, it's going to go away. It's not going to go away, people. It's not.
Okay, but so anyways, um so O'Toole was asked about vaccine mandates. And now he's saying that he more or less supports them. He supports mandates. Which, hey, you remember that picture that I posted in our Facebook group? It was Aaron O'Toole and then a
Flip
flip
flop.
flop, and yeah. So here we go again. So he flipped. He was initially he was the flip was or pre-flip. He was
For it.
yeah, he was for vaccine mandates, or he was like, sorry, he was against them, and then he flipped for them, and then recently I just posted an article that he's not a fan of the vaccine mandates, and son of a bitch flipped again.
I know. It's like, he is the most confusing character, I think, in politics right now. Like, he literally, like, I didn't get it before because I don't follow politics. That's why you suffer, so I don't have to. Anyway. Yeah, I don't follow it. And when you kinda mention it, like, the meme of it, I'm kinda like, "Okay, okay." Now, totally get it. Now it's funny as fuck to me because 100% this homeboy is a flip-flop, even with some, like, little diamond bezeling on it. Mhm. Some
What's
bejeweled flip-flops. Yeah.
Well, so someone had asked, like, well, are you going to force your MPs to be vaccinated? And he didn't answer. Or how many of your MPs are vaccinated? He said a lot of words, but he didn't actually answer the question. Typical politics.
Yeah, they're really
He's-
good at that circling thing.
Yeah, yeah, no, yeah, yeah. You say a lot without saying anything. So
Sounds like our kid.
so actually, one thing from Thomas Mulcair, and he was let's see, the NDP, yeah, NDP leader. Uh, Actually, the point that he made, and it was just a little blurb, is that he needs to make a strong and clear stance whether his caucus or about his caucus and vaccines. He's kicked out people. He's also, argued that, well, it's our right, it's our right to be in the House of Commons. We need to be there. We need, things should be back to normal. Like, hey, does everyone forget emergency use or emergency or fuck, dude. To declare a state of emergency is for a set amount of time. We just keep refreshing it. That's all we're doing.
Yeah, this has been a real long one.
It's like if you have like oil leaking out of your car and you just top it up. I'll get it fixed one day. I'll plug that hole. I'll fix it one day. But and then the next day. That's literally all they're doing. They're just kicking the can down the road.
It
So I
reminds me of on our way back from BC that one time when we had that hole in that thing and we used an old pineapple can to cover it just to make it back home. Yeah, that's
yeah,
what that reminds me of.
yeah, it's just kicking the can down the road. So, some MPs have been kicked out because they weren't vaccinated, and and unfortunately, he's trying to play to the liberal thing. And sorry, conservatives, you're not going to be you're not going to be the in crowd. Like if I were him, and I think I brought this up before, I would be asking or demanding the most wild shit imaginable. Like I said, I would be asking for things like, "Hey, you know what? All social programs have a 4-year lifespan on them. So every 4 years, those need to be debated, and if they're not working, the idea is scrapped. If we're gonna look at undoing every single law, let's start from the bottom up.
Sure, I'm sure there's lots of laws that are sitting at the bottom there that need to be abolished and they're still there.
Well, and I think I brought this up before, like culturally, laws are only enforced if culture wants it enforced. That's it. Like that's really it. That's why we have like old laws like, I don't know, fucking make up some stupid bullshit and I'm sure there's a law about it. I think I remember seeing one, I think it was in like Tennessee or something like that. Like it's legal to beat your wife on a Wednesday as long as it's on like the house steps or something like or like Capitol steps. It's something like that, or you can't cool a pie off of it, on the windowsill on Sundays. It's like that type of stuff. Okay,
Yeah, we
those
went
laws still exist, but they're not enforced anymore.
yeah. Yeah, we
So
had an episode back where we talked about strange laws at one point. There were some pretty messed up ones, that's for sure.
yeah, but so I would be doing stuff like that. Like, hey, are you guys aware that we're sending $600 million to the CBC? Do you feel you're getting your $600 million worth? Are you okay that we're sending almost $250 million a year to China?
So what are okay,
Like, I would
what are
I
we
would be pushing that stuff. I would be going like, "Brr, go deep in the paint. Hey, every Canadian. Hey, how about this? How about something real? The big stuff. How about all Aboriginals? The land is yours. 100%. The crown doesn't own it. It is yours. The big asks.
Yes. I would be definitely behind that one. So what okay, what exactly does
Abolishing income tax. I'm going to look at abolishing income tax. I'm going to work on removing corporate tax. No corporate taxation. So if you want a corporation, if you are headquartered in Canada, you pay nothing in corporate tax. Nothing. How about that? How about woo, yeah. You want a NAFTA? Huh? You want a NAFTA? I'll NAFTA the fuck out of you. How about that? Oh, you want how about regulations on house control? Gone. Gone. Government is no longer in control of housing for whatever reason they shouldn't be to begin with. Oh, you want to build nuclear reactors? All right, if you meet these standards, build away. You want a fusion reactor? Fuck yeah, build it. Build it. That that's the type of stuff I would be asked. I would be going go hard. But he doesn't. How about hey, not only are we going to have the world's best public healthcare, we're going to have the world's best private healthcare. How about my libertarian boner is getting hard. Actually, I can't even say libertarian because that's all like fucking. They fucked it all up. They messed it all up. Oh, did I lose you? Did I lose my? Oh, fuck,
No,
my
no, no.
wife's died.
I'm still here. I was trying to
Oh,
talk, but you're on such a rant. You just kept cutting me off. So I'm like, okay,
oh.
I'm just gonna let you finish now.
I would be going for stuff like that. I would be saying, "Hey, are you okay with how things are run in the states with all the millions and millions of dollars, hundreds of millions of dollars going to MPs? Or do you have skeletons in your closet, Mr. O'Toole? How many skeletons?
Oh God,
How many
probably a graveyard.
but I would be going at, like, the big ridiculous stuff. Hey, all the gun laws? Like, that whole gun buyback program? Yeah, yeah, we'll abolish it. No, we won't abolish it. Yeah, no, that's the thing. You, like, once you say it, like, why are you gonna flip flop? Or at least if you're gonna flip flop, say, hey, like we were looking at some of the information, and at the time, this seemed like the most appropriate decision. That would be okay. Like, at least if someone said, like, hey, this is why, like, I've changed my mind on this type of stuff. I would be going. I'd be going for stuff like that. Big questions like, hey, why are you against? Why do you hate? Why are you taxing people so much? Why is you know anywhere from 20 to 60% of somebody's income being taxed? Why do you hate entrepreneurs? Why do you hate, like, people that are working? Why do you feel that you're entitled to their hard work? Or at least, like I said, or at least lowering it. I would say, like, hey, income tax across the board. I'd say it's 10%. 10%. But you pay nothing in corporate income tax. Or I would do like the self-deprecating things, the things that hurt me. And I've brought this up before. Well, how about we don't have our pension gone? Or at least it's in line with private sector. At least in line with private sector. Not for every dollar you put in, you get double. You know, I would be going for stuff like that. And then when someone says, "Well, how are you going to pay for it?" I guess some things need to get cut. And I would say first thing, I'd be looking at the CBC. So your budget just got sent to all of Canada. You're on your own. I don't know. That's whatever. That's what I would do. All right. You want to say something?
No.
Okay. Let's get on to the last article. So, in typical, you know, I don't know what the best word for it. Anyways, so from the National Post, an Ontario school board undergoes review of every book in every library to call those harmful to students. Okay, okay. So there are a couple of little excerpts that I took out. So this is from Graham Shantz. Graham Shantz, he's gonna fucking shant all over the floor. So Graham Shantz is the fuck sakes. Hold on. Fuck me. Okay, so Graham Shantz is the in charge of human resources and equity services at the Waterloo Region District School Board. Equity. Remember that word? God, is that word getting okay, so he was quoted as saying, "We recognize as our consciousness around equity on oppression work and anti-racist work has grown. We recognize some of the texts in the collections that we have are not appropriate at this point. So some books that were banned, okay? Peel District, which is like in like Toronto area. To Kill a Mockingbird, banned.
What?
Lord of the Flies was banned.
Why?
The Handmaid's Tale, banned.
What?
Asha's Mums, banned. Harry Potter, banned.
What? How?
Mhm. Because it depicted magic.
Oh my god. Have we just entered, like, the 18th century or
Oh,
whatever
no, that
freaking like, I mean,
this
really? 'Cause it
this
has
is this
magic in it? Well,
no,
fuck David Copperfield.
To Kill a Mockingbird. And I think we brought this up before, like, To Kill a Mockingbird was literally about an innocent black man being put on trial, and a white lawyer was defending him almost to the death, where the lawyer, who was a white guy, was saying, "I will defend you no matter what."
Oh my god.
Okay, hold on. Fuck. Holy fuck. I'm about to fucking kill someone.
Again?
No, no, no.
Oh, I'm like, "Oh my god, I just hit record, dude."
But
Sorry.
so, To Kill a Mockingbird, but like like I didn't realize what I was reading at the time. But when like so in our school um we would read the book, and then if it was made into a movie, we would watch the movie after. And
Yeah,
so
that sounds about right.
when I was watching it, I didn't understand the cultural importance of it. But being older now, okay, I get it. Uh yeah, so hmm. And then what, Lord of the Flies?
What I don't understand.
Of
Why?
Mice and Men? Of Mice and Men and Lord of the Flies. It like oddly, I didn't read Of Mice and Men, but I did read To Kill a Mockingbird and Lord of the Flies. So, oh, wait, did I bring up a Handmaid's Tale?
You did. You just
Yeah.
didn't say why, but I'm in this article,
I
it's not really explaining why.
Yeah, it doesn't. It just says that these were like, look, we've banned books before, but it's so weird. Like they wanted to ban like Tom Sawyer.
Oh my god.
Uh, Like,
I
yeah, yeah, the N word was in there. Absolutely, it was. But it's to understand the culture at the time. Like, those who do not study history are doomed to repeat it.
like, and the thing is, but this is how you teach people though. Okay, so you have a historic book here that has fantastic undertones to it. They teach lessons. They teach you things about history, about life, everything. So they're teaching these things. That is the teacher's job. Is when something like this comes up, that's a perfect example of when to you can jump in and be like, yes, when they used this word back then, it was people just used to use it all the time. It was a derogatory or it's considered derogatory, but and these are the reasons why. Like this is how you teach people. You can't just
Yeah.
or unless you just have kids who like ours who come home and, "Mom, what does this mean?" I'm like, "What?" Like, "Where are you hearing that?" If they would say like, "Oh, a book in school," I'd be like, "Well, you should ask the teacher," but no, they just hear these things from other kids or whatever, and then you have to try and explain it, and then I do the teaching that, "Okay."
Well, which is that's not to be honest, I think that's how it should be. Like, and this is why, like, teachers, if the whole thing, if it was always about, oh, protect the children, protect the children. Well, how about when you shut down schools for almost a year? Oh, protect the children.
Oh
We
my
need to
god, right?
protect the children. Okay, like, and I said, the first 2 weeks, that first month, I was kind of okay. We don't know what we're dealing with, but as more and more information came out, we have never, and I brought this up last time, we have never sacrificed the young in order to save the old. We have never jeopardized children for the sake of their parents.
Well, and I don't think people really realize how hard it is on the kids. Like, I think people are just so self-consumed with themselves that they don't actually stop and think of how hard all this was on the kids. The fact that they couldn't see their
No,
friends anymore, socialize,
I don't agree with that. I don't. Because if it was actually about kids, the teachers would say, "Hey, you know what? We're going to make this as normal as humanly possible." Not where they tell kids to shut up and don't talk during lunch.
Well, see, but that's exactly my
Mhm.
point is a lot of people don't realize how hard all of this is on the kids. Like the isolation, the shit they have to deal with through school. Like it's absolutely insane. Like we as adults have to deal with it enough in our work environments and even just every day trying to live out there, not being able to go certain places unless you're vaccinated. The shopping is ridiculous where you're lined up. Like it's yeah, we got have our own stuff we got to deal with. But when we were kids, we went out and we played and we were close to other friends and we joked around. And now, like, oh God, don't touch anybody. Stay away. You're isolated for a year doing homeschool. You're not allowed to see your friends. You can't do anything. Like, and then you go back to school and oh, you can't talk during lunch. You can't do this. You can't do that. Like it's so sad. I would not want to be in that position right now. Like I feel really bad for the kids right now.
Yeah, no, and like that would be my assumption. Like, hey, like I held off. Oh, like, my kids are vaccinated. All right, so take your position as you wish. But I looked at the information. I looked at the risks. Okay, it didn't seem for me. It didn't seem necessary. I talked with our doctors. I looked at the information, and I made that decision for my kids. Hmm. Well, I should say we made that decision. Sorry, not to leave you out,
Yeah,
but
whatever. Yeah, but then you have those other people that are like, "Oh, I wish kids could, make those decisions for
chop,
themselves and ignore their
chop their dicks
parents."
off.
And, like, it's like, what the hell? Like, the
You know,
parent's job is to protect your children, to teach
yeah.
them, to protect them.
Well,
Like,
but now we have the government is stepping in and saying, "Hey, unless you teach them what we tell you to teach them and talk to them, only give them approved sources of information, like from the government, you're not allowed to talk to your kids about stuff."
yeah.
You're not allowed to show them, "Hey, there are differing views." Like a good example would actually be COVID specifically. Some people are saying, you know, it potentially could be deadly to kids. Some people are saying that. Some people are saying not. And you could give them the information. This is why some people are saying it is a big problem. This is why some people are saying it's not a big problem.
Yeah.
And now I can give you the middle ground. Yes, to old, like, and I've said to old people, people with comorbidities, people that have like, some respiratory issues. Yeah, yeah, it could be a big deal. It could be a very big deal. But to the general population, when they're still quite young and they're healthy, yeah, they should be okay. Should be. Not everyone. I understand that. Not everyone. But it's almost like people are complex.
What?
No.
And
Yeah, it's like they have thought and feeling and they like
they're all
we're
different?
yeah, like we're unique but in a practical sense, not in you do nothing and you call yourself a Zer and therefore you're unique in the world. No, like your genetic makeup is unique to you. That's what I mean. Your underlying health conditions are unique to you.
Yeah. Which is why some diets work for some people, some diets don't work for others because genetically, we're all different. We really
Well,
are.
and I was looking at so a lady was talking about because her husband, she was saying her husband is allergic to some type of it was like acidic acid was in one of the vaccines and doctors were saying, "Hey, you have to get it. You have to get it. You have to get it."
Ugh.
And she was saying, like, we were talking to our doctor about it. So he knows our medical history and he knows that my husband will go into anaphylactic shock. And so there are certain things that, like, if he has it, if he doesn't get the treatment immediately, he potentially could die. So, anecdotes are great stories. All right, so I'll get that little caveat out of the way. But, she's saying, like, certain foods that have, this the what he reacts from. And they looked up the ingredients on one of the vaccines, and it had acetic acid in it. And she said, "If I gave that to my husband, he would probably be in the hospital, and there's a chance he either lives or he dies. So we cannot take it. He cannot take this vaccine because he will well, there's a significant chance he would die. He would go into anaphylactic shock. And that's like one of those things you do not come back from." So, almost like we're all unique. That's why painting anything with one brush is fucking stupid. It's stupid.
Yep. Actually, I found
Ah,
it a little bit more on these books here. So, To Kill a Mockingbird, it was banned for and challenged for racial slurs and their negative effects on students, featuring a white savior character that is its perception of the black experience of
that
mice.
I never thought To Kill a Mockingbird like that. I looked at it as this black man at the time, they were considered lesser people. At that time, were considered less. So I believe, like I said, I believe this girl made the accusation that he slept with her or whatever. It's been 20 years since I've read the book, but I looked at it as like this this lawyer was going to represent him, give him the justice that he deserves. Like his day in court, he should be entitled to the same rights as as the white man at the time. That's how I looked at it. I never looked at it as, oh, the white man needs to come and save him. You know what the fucking irony in that statement alone? Oh my god, I'm yelling, I'm clipping. Sorry.
No, you're coming through fine for me, though.
Oh, okay. The irony in that statement. The white knights coming to save the black guy. Oh, you mean like all the white people saying that black people don't have a voice? That is like the definition of bigotry of low expectations. These people are too dumb to protect themselves. They're too dumb to have their own motivations and in life. They're too dumb to defend themselves in court. Yeah. Around the time of To Kill a Mockingbird, yeah. In fact, they weren't allowed to go to school. They were segregated from schools. Some of them weren't even allowed to vote
But see,
because they were considered too stupid.
that is a perfect teaching experience, though, because it's showing how things were back then as to not have it be like that again, which
Yeah.
apparently they're starting the whole segregation thing all over again. But
Well,
it's
and that's what I see. That's like exactly what I see.
but it's funny because something like that is kind of like there's lots of books that I have read or even things that I have found out in history or whatever from listening to a podcast and you hear something on history, you're kind of like, whoa, like, dude, the smoking thing, like earlier, like it's part of our history. It's part of what makes us who we are. And it's a good learning and teaching experience. It's okay. So, this is how people were treated back then. Is that okay? No, it's not okay. And it's very sad that they were treated that way. So, let's never do that to somebody again.
Well, yeah.
You learn how things were for them. Put the shoe on the other foot. Like, how is that a bad thing?
Like, yeah. I find it so ironic that, it's the white person that's coming to save the minorities. Well, that's
Right.
it literally, it as Mark Twain said, history doesn't repeat, but it often rhymes.
Hmm.
Fuck, does that sound like, is does that sound like rhyming or what?
Yeah.
The
Okay.
White
So,
Knight.
yeah. So, for Of Mice of Men, the reason it was banned was for racial slurs and racist stereotypes and their negative effect on students.
Oh, negative effect on students again.
Then we have
I
a book called George. I'm not really
Yeah.
sure on that one. It was banned for LGBTQIA plus content conflicting with religious viewpoints and not reflecting the value of our community, in quotation marks. Stamped was banned because it authors public statements and because of claims that the book contains selective storytelling incidents and does not encompass racism against all people.
What?
All American Boys was banned due to profanity, drug use, and alcoholism, and because it was thought to promote anti police views containing divisive topics that can be too much of a sensitive matter right now.
Yeah, see,
Speak.
welcome to 451. Was it
Mhm.
we got V for Vendetta, we got Atlas Shrugged, and we got Fahrenheit 451. Am
Oh,
I missing
watch.
one?
I'm sure those will be on the list eventually.
Oh, and 1984.
Oh, yeah, you can't forget about that one.
Yeah.
Then we
Yeah,
got
that hmm?
Speak that was banned. It was thought to contain a political viewpoint, and it was claimed to be biased against male students and for the novel's inclusion of rape and profanity.
Oh, the irony. The irony in this, oh my god. Oh, I'm never gonna have to eat another fucking steak ever again. There's so much iron here.
The Absolute True Diary of Part-Time Indian was banned due to profanity, sexual reference, and allegations of sexual misconduct by the author. Something Happened in Our Town, a child's story about racial injustice, was banned for divisive language and because it was thought to promote anti police views. We did
Again,
that
more
one.
irony.
Mhm.
More irony.
The Bluest
Uh,
Eye was banned because it was considered sexually explicit and depicts child sexual abuse.
which is
And
so weird because sex ed is a little more graphic than it was when you and me went to school.
oh my god, right? Ugh.
But is sexual exploitation. But yeah, okay.
And then the last one, The Hate You Give, was thought to promote anti-police message again.
Which again,
Nothing
the whole
against them.
Black Lives Matter, the systemic racism of police and how they were what were they called? Slave catchers, which was completely debunked.
Oh my god, there's so much more. Hold on. Oh my god,
Well,
there's
let's
so many.
let's save it for another day.
Oh, so many. Oh my goodness.
So I hope everyone enjoys their I don't know, what would you call it? Uh their a 1984 vendetta. No, hold on.
And it's so hot in here. I think it's Fahrenheit 451.
No, no, you're supposed to put all the titles together. So
I was
what would it
trying.
be? That was fucking terrible. Whatever.
Well, because I was just going off of
Um,
what you had, you know? I don't know.
so 1984, V for Vendetta, Fahrenheit 451, and Atlas Shrugged. So it's a 1984 Vendetta. Um, fuck Atlas. No, wait. It's a 1984. I think starting with 1984. So a 1984. Uh, 1984 Vendetta. Fuck, I don't know. I'm too retarded.
Oh my god. I'm like, this is going on too long here.
It's a V for Vendetta in 1984, while Atlas Shrugged at Fahrenheit 451. I don't know. Whatever. I give up.
Beautiful.
Mine sucked too. So, all
Okay.
right,
So
let's get out of here.
oh, okay. All right. Well, thank you everybody for listening to what we had to say today. Don't forget you can check us out on YouTube, Rumble, Anchor, Spotify, and anywhere else you want to listen to your podcast. We'll be there, along with our Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok. So follow us, stalk us everywhere. Just not in real life because that's just creepy. Yeah. Just stalk us on social media. Okay. time and places. Hope everyone had a fantastic week, and I hope y'all have a great weekend. We will see you on Monday. Bye.